In this REIFLOW update, I'm going to introduce to you two new flow actions: the GetITEMS action and the for each action. They work together, and you'll use the GetITEMS action to pull in a bunch of records from REIFLOW Podio, say like your buyers, and then your for each loop action will loop through each of those items that you get so you can perform an action or make an update. So I'm going to demonstrate them both to you in one flow since they work together. So what we're going to do here is email buyers. So this flow is going to email when a new property lead comes in. This flow is going to pull the buyers and then check to see which buyer is working in the leads area or zip code. So what we want to do is give it a name, set the app trigger to app property, so when the property comes in and the property record gets created of the lead, then this kicks off. Created will enable this at the end, and now we're going to do a run if. We don't need a run if for this one because we want to do it every time. So our next one we want to do is get the items. Add that. Now here is the get items action. We give it a name called buyers. Now we want to select the items from app, where we're going to get the items from. So this is going to be app buyers. Now we want to get all the buyers, or a max of 50 buyers. There's a minimum because I don't want you to go through pull in hundreds of records, because it'll take away or it'll kill all the actions that Podio allows me to make. Also, we can do a where clause if you want to say give me all the buyers with a 5-star rating. If you want to just pull, if you don't have 50 buyers and you have 20, you can just pull them all in by just deleting this and pulling them all in here. I only have 2 set up in my test app, so we'll just get them all. The next thing we want to do is add the for each action, so we can loop through all the buyers. So that'll come up here, and we want to select the buyers items. If you had multiple get items, then you could pick which one you want to loop through. So at this stage, the for each loop does nothing because we have nothing within it to run. The first thing what we want to do is do a check. So we'll add an if block after step 3, which is this one, and you'll see it'll add it in between the for each. Now we want to check if the buyer's target zip codes contains the property's zip code. Now we'll select this with flow objects because we're going to pull in what we're looping. So we can see the select type for each, and this will bring up all the fields that are included in this buyer's items that we're looping through. And we can do a select target area zip codes. So now we have that field set, and we say contains, and then we pick the property address and then the postal code field. Use that field. So again, this is saying for the buyer's target area zip codes to contain the app postal code, but the address is postal code. Now this target area zip codes is a comma separated field in Podio that just lists the zip codes separated by a comma. So now if a buyer contains the zip code with a lead, so he works in that area, we want to send them an email. So we'll get the send email action, added after step 4, which is in between step 4 and 5. And we'll send it to the recipient's email address. So that would be the flow object for each email from Scott Costello, subject, new property lead, and message. Take a look at the property address. And that should be it. We'll save this up. And a recap, we created a flow that's going to email buyers. It's triggered off when a property gets added to the Properties app. Then we pull in all the buyers. We loop through the buyers. Now we're checking to see if a buyer's target zip codes contains the zip code of the address from the property that just got added. If it does, it falls into here and sends an email out to the buyer saying, the new property lead, take a look at this property. Save. Now let's test it out. So we have this, and we will add a new property. So we go 910 Brook Hollow Drive, Whippany. So that zip code is 07981. Call this Johnny Property. Email, just put a general email in here. Johnny@email.com. No phone number needed to selling this property because we need to get out of here. Any repairs? None that I can think of. And what was the least you would take? $1. Let's save that item. Podio or REIFLOW will now start creating the lead items. There's the property, so technically now the emails should be getting sent. Now let's go check, see if I got an email. Okay, joke's on me, I forgot to enable the flow, so I didn't get an email. So now we enable it, save this again. Okay, now I'm going to just recreate a new lead so you can see it in action. Click Add Item. 5 Grist Mill Road. Another owner. Another at owner.com. This one's got 5 bedrooms, 2 baths. We are in foreclosure. Roof is leaking. And we will take $113. Sounds good. We'll save the item. You can see REIFLOW will create the contact, the property details will pop up here shortly. Now the lead. Now the flow should be kicked off and we should get an email shortly. There's my phone buzzing. We'll refresh this. Now here is the new property lead. Take a look at the property, 5 Gristmill Road, Cedar Knolls, New Jersey, 07927, USA. So that's how this new get items action works, and then the for each loop action works. They work together. In the future, there'll probably be other actions that work with the get items. But for now, this is how it works. It works pretty good. If you have any issues, any questions, please let me know. I'll be sure to get back to you quickly. Thank you.